Hello and welcome to my latest golf club review. Today we're going to review the new Cobra F7 one length iron. As the name suggests, Cobra have brought out a set of irons that are all one length. They're all the same length as a 7 iron. These are used by their staff player, a young man called Bryson DeChambeau, who is a former US amateur champion and is well renowned for having a very scientific approach to his golf game. So he uses one length for all his irons. So the iron itself is very much like the King Cobra or the Cobra King F7 irons. It's a nice forgiving iron, big cavity back in there for those off-centre hits. Nice large club head, again, to give you just to give you a bit of confidence as you address the golf ball. But yes, the main reason for these is that with a one length iron, so your 5 iron will be the same length as your 7 iron, your gap wedge, your pitching wedge is all the same length as your 7 iron. Generally the 7 iron we all consider to be our favourite club. So if we have them all the same length, then generally it takes out all those many variables, i.e. you should be able to stand in exactly the same position for every club in the bag. Ball position will be the same. Your distance away from the golf ball will be the same, and therefore then your swing path, your swing plane, should everything be exactly the same, so it just, like I said, takes out all those variables. I can see the advantages and also the disadvantages. I can see that a 5 iron might be slightly easier to hit because it's going to have a shorter shaft, so therefore we're more likely to hit the middle of the club face, but I can see the sort of wedges would take some getting used to. But anyway, let's have a little hit and let's just see how they perform. First of all, I'm going to start with the 7 iron. This is the standard length 7 iron, and we'll see how that goes. It's a pretty good swing to start off with. 165 yards through the air, 176 total, pretty straight. As I would expect from the sort of game improvement clubs, if you like, the golf ball does go a long way. So yes, very nice, we like the 7 iron. Right, so let's try the 5 iron. So the 5 iron will be an inch shorter than a standard 5 iron. So let's see how that performs. So generally I hit my 5 iron, 186 yards through the air. So this 5 iron being that little bit shorter would suggest that maybe I don't hit it quite so far, but I probably am more likely to hit the sweet spot. Yeah. We certainly like that. That's gone an absolute mile, really. So although it's an inch shorter than my standard 5 iron, it's got 190 yards through the air, 205 yards in total. So far so good. We like the one length irons. Right, now we're going to move on to the gap wedge. Okay, this is where the problems I see can happen. Having a longer golf club, less accurate. So am I going to be as accurate with a gap wedge that is the same length as the 7 iron and a 5 iron as I would be with my gap wedge? I hit my gap wedge and my 50 degree 110 yards through the air. I don't think the distance will be a problem, but it will be whether I can control the direction. And there's the proof. Same length, look. Yeah? Okay, right, let's give it a go then. Certainly does feel very strange. Might take a little bit of getting used to. Let's have a go and see how straight it goes. But strangely enough, quite comfortable. Did go very high, did go a little bit right. 108 yards, so distance not a problem. 4 yards right to target. Not too bad. Let's have another go then, see if we can just get that direction a little bit better. Strike was quite good, strike was out the middle. Okay, so this one's a little bit left. This is my point. 114 yards. But but 9 yards left. So, quite a large dispersion between those two shots. Let's hit one more. Hit straight to that one. Yeah. 111 yards through, yeah. So distance is the same as my gap wedge. Strike we're all relatively out the middle, so quite happy with that. But I mean, it's got a regular shafting, so we should say that in defence. And we know that I'm not a regular shaft. I had a stiff shaft in mine. So the bit of the dispersion in the shots would be down to the shaft, but I think a little bit also has to do with the length of the club. But that's not to say I'm overly disappointed with the results. I think actually, with a bit of practice and a bit of getting used to, the 1 length irons have got some mileage. Yeah, I mean, I do like the idea. I do like the fact that you can keep everything exactly the same. I do tend to be a better long iron player and mid iron player than I am my short irons, and that might have something to do with the fact that short irons are a bit too short for me, and actually just makes me go a little bit steep on my golf swing. So yeah, with a bit of practice, it might be worth a consideration. So if you want to have a go with these 1 length irons, I've got a demonstration set that you can take out on the golf course and have a little play with yourself. I've got a 5 to gap wedge set that you can go and play on the golf course and just see if you like them or not. But it's certainly worth a consideration, to be honest. Yeah. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.